Good morning, Africa. This is Eagle Emmanuel Kojo Mensah and Eagle Helen Mensah.
Hello.
Speaking to you all the way from Toronto, Canada. Hooray! Another year has come. The old one is gone. And we thank God for his guidance, for his protection, and everything that he has given unto us in the past year. And we know this current year, great things, greater than what had already happened, will happen in our lives.
Amen.
May the overshadowing presence of God that keeps the stars from falling on us. And also that keeps all the planets in their courses without clashing. Keeps you, lead you, guide you, direct you in this new year. That it will be perfect. That all will be well.
All will be well
in your life.
in your life.
It is so.
It is so.
And it is finished.
And it is finished.
Today, we're going to talk to you about the universal law of divine oneness. We are all in a universe. And the universe is governed by laws. In the universe, there is only law. And the understanding of these laws and obeying them in our lives creates the right conditions, creates the right situations that we desire. And the disobedience of them creates discords and punishment on us. And as we know, the law has no respect for anyone. The one that breaks it is the one that gets punished. So our awakening and being conscious of these laws and bringing them into our daily life defines our life. And as it is the collection of people that forms a family, that forms a community, that forms a nation, and that forms a race and a continent. In the same way, our awareness of this and the creation of the positive and the good conditions comes together to define our outlook. So when we talk of Africans, our collective outlook is a collection of the individual outlook, individual lives put together. It is the same way for all other people. And so when we become aware of these laws, and universally or collectively, we put them in our lives, we will create the right conditions, the right situations that we are looking for. Going against universal law and trying to make things better in your life is what we call fighting against circumstances. You are quarreling with the world. Anything that you take does not work.
It doesn't work.
Okay, so let us look at the law of the universal law of divine oneness. According to the universal law of oneness, all things in the universe are connected to each other. Everything you see, even though on the outer appears to be standing alone, the truth is beneath or behind is a one formation of connections onto each other, because all of us we come from one source. The Bible tells us that in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 4, the Lord is our God. The Lord is one. And the Bible emphasizes several times that there is only one God. If there is only one God, that means there is only one Spirit. And one Spirit gives life. And therefore there is only one life. So everything that we see, both human beings and animals, and all other things that even we call the non-living things, get life from this one life or one Spirit, and that is God. So we are all connected to one Spirit, which is God. And since we are all connected from with that Spirit, that means we are all one.
We are all one.
In the same God.
In the same God.
So God is the bigger God, and we are all connected to Him. So we are body parts in the kingdom of God. Just as your body has parts, and for you to have a good life, peace of mind, every part or every organ of your body must work in harmony. To work in harmony, such that there will be peace of mind for you. In the same way, it is only when all of us, being the body part of God, work in unison, harmonious way, that there is peace, that there is joy, there is abundance in our lives as the body of God. So, as we see, we are not just individuals walking alone, for we are bigger and higher than the body that we see. Your body is a container, and take yourself and your home. Your house is not part of you, but it gives you comfort. It gives you protection. And in the same way, this body is not you. Your real you is unseen, is in the spirit. And this body only gives spirit the opportunity to express himself in the material world. And so it is. So when we begin to look at each other from the spiritual point of view, you come to the realization that the one you call European, and the one you call African, the one you call Asian, the one you call Christian, the one you call Muslim, the one you call Buddhist, are no different. We are all one.
We are all one.
All these outer demarcations are human beings' creation.
Exactly.
And the body color, the skin color, and all other differences that we see in ourselves are just the unique way that the Spirit or God chose to express Himself. So it is very simple.
It's very simple.
It's just unfortunate that we've not been introduced to this law, and we are tearing each other apart. And that is why the Bible says there is no Jew, there is no Gentile, there is no one, there is nothing like that or this or that. In the same way, there is nothing like atheist, there is nothing like a religious person, there is nothing like a Christian, there's nothing like a Muslim. All these are our own creation. The only truth is that we are all one human being called humanity, and we are the body and the parts of God, and we need to work in unison. We need to have a harmonious relationship. So the universal law of divine oneness brings us to the understanding that we are supposed to work with each other in unison. We are supposed to be one. And that is what we are bringing to you today. Africa, our continent, we have not been exposed to all this. And that is why we see all that is happening on our land. One thing that it might not have occurred to you, but it's a reality, especially those of us that are in this part of the world. You feel it, you see it, and you experience it. If you are really thinking about Africa in its right perspective, we have lived in the United Kingdom, and we are now in Canada. Everyone that has traveled to this part of the world with the objective mind will agree to what we're saying. There is no part of where we are that when you step out, you will see only white people or anything of this. Over here, you see the white, the blacks, the Asians, everyone. You will see atheists, you will see gays, you will see lesbians, you will see every human being living together as one. Even though we may not disagree, we may disagree with each other on things, but people are accepting one another and giving them the freedom to live as the true self-expression of God, that evolving into its own nature, along its own path. It is only in Africa that today, as we are speaking, it is a continent that you will not see any other form of human beings or any people from other race coming willingly, migrating willingly to come and settle and live amongst us. And that means Africa is holding the evolution process of humanity back. And this is the time we have to wake up.
We have to wake up.
The universal law of divine oneness teaches love, teaches togetherness, and brings all of us together to live in a harmonious way. And when we live in a harmonious way, then that the joy, the peace, and the love that we experience in the spirit will manifest in our outer world. So 2021 is a year of awakening.
Oh yeah.
2021 is a year of understanding. 2021 is the year of seeking and the right application of universal laws. And we begin with the law of divine oneness. Africa has to rise. We need to transform our nations. We need to transform our continent such that all other people will come, will flock in to enjoy, to taste the goodness of Africa. We cannot do this by only reading academic books. We cannot do this by agitating and calling on other people to give us a certain kind of freedom. But we can do this by liberating ourselves, by being awakening and to the laws that governs us and applying these laws in our lives. And when we do this, naturally, our goodness in the spirit will come out. And when it comes, it attracts people, it attracts humanity from all other parts of the world onto our land. So the dream at EMG is to bring this truth and the knowledge to you, and for us to build a new and a wonderful Africa. The idea is to build a diverse Africa, a multiracial Africa. If you come to this part of the world, there is an agenda, there is a reason why they encourage immigration, and that is what we are talking about. All human beings are one. And those of us that are aware and knows about the UN's Independence Declaration, it is stated that all human beings are one. Therefore, they have equal rights. They knew the law and they place it in their constitution, and it works for them.
It works for them.
And we have to be awakened to this too. And when we begin to work towards this, our goodness will attract all other people to us. So, as I bring this message to an end, the emphasis is there is a law that governs us, and that law is called the universal law of divine oneness. That emphasis on love, the spirit of brotherhood.
The spirit of brotherhood.
Let us rise up and seek this, and let us stop beating ourselves up. Let us stop eating ourselves up. Everyone is one. We are all one.
We are all one.
And let me give you an example. The home that you live in, your house, there is something called tap or pipe. The pipe that you use to draw water, to do everything in your home. The truth about this situation is that that water that you draw is not under your building. It is taken from somewhere, the source, either from a reservoir or from a river or from a lake. But the truth is, It is only one pipeline that takes this water to everyone's home. The water that comes to your home is only a fraction of what goes through the pipe, and it is brought into your house, and that is it. You use it, and you enjoy it. It is the same way. Our lives and works the same way. God is the universal source, and our lives, our bodies, and whatever we live in are the channels through which this source comes in. So all of us are connected to one pipe, and you are just like your house. It is just a part of the life of God that is given to you as your water to use. So your life and the life of all other people are the same. Even that life in the other things that we call trees and non-living things are all the life of God. And so it is only one spirit, it is only one principle, it is only one power that penetrates, permeates, and fill all the interspaces of the universe. And that is the power of God. And when we become awakened to this and consciously brings it into our lives, we will create the heaven and earth that we desire in Africa. And when we do that, all other people will flock in to enjoy the goodness
The goodness.
of the African reality.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.